I'm going to start with some obvious questions that I had, because this engine is quite old in terms of its roots.
Yes.
Does it automatically feel like a tall and heavy motorcycle, which was, I think, central to what the F650 is, what I remember of the F650?
So, in the weirdest of ways, they have understood how to make an old motorcycle come from the Gold Star. Okay, and I think it's a mistake, but it works for it. Okay, I'll give you two examples of this. First, let's say you're riding about 40 kilometers an hour or so. It feels more or less like a normal, slightly heavy motorcycle. Okay. There is no undue sense of weight or lethargy about this motorcycle. It's very much how you expect it to be. But when you go slower than that, the handlebar sort of flops to one side and the motorcycle has this weird awkwardness at low speeds. And when I last rode a BSA, it was a DBC 34. Many years ago, I remember that Gold Star also had a certain speed after which things made sense.
Okay.
And before that, it was a little bit awkward.
Okay.
And this has that. Now, I think in 2024, that awkwardness should not exist. You should be able to make a chassis that just handles, and from 0 till whatever the top speed is. The more I rode it, the more I enjoyed it as part of the character of the motorcycle rather than a flaw in
Is it like that? Like when you're trying to take a U-turn, then you feel it like pulling? Oh,
yes, okay. Yes. Except that, for example, the Dominar is another motorcycle that has a similar thing. The Dominar continues to pull, so you have to keep correcting. Whereas the BSA sort of does it once and then it is like, oh, okay. And I really enjoyed that part.
Okay.
Similarly, the old DBC 34, and it's very difficult for me to bring the old BSA into this again and again, because honestly, there is no connection between this bike and the old one. So don't even take this as a sign of history and legacy, because it's a very contrived and marketing driven connection rather than an actual engineering connection, because that BSA simply does not exist, right? The old DBC was just like one step short of being a race bike, and the DBD 34, which is considered the greatest of all Gold Star, was actually a Gold Star. A race bike. So in that sense, if BSA were to build a proper Gold Star today, Classic Legends is effectively saying what would be BSA's Fireblade, what would be BSA's R1, what would be BSA's Panigale, what would be BSA's RSV4. That's the conversation you're supposed to have if you're going to make a one-to-one connection to legacy. But instead, what we are doing is we are creating a brand, and we have taken the biggest name in the brand's kitty and brought it here. I think they've done a decent job of it. But the Gold Star, in that sense, it's not like the Gold Star. It's just the name. And it's nicely done, okay? They have small issues. For example, big cylinder, big 650cc single. And they were quite proud of the fact that the piston is 10 centimeters across. It's a 100 mm piston, right? But they've got vibration under control.
Oh, nice.
Right? So it's not like rattling its head off the whole time. You get to about, I think, 115, 20 before you start feeling like, okay, now the vibration is going to start.
Low speed chug, it doesn't do that.
Yes, there is a little bit of an issue there. I did stall this bike multiple times in traffic because it likes to be above 2000 RPM. It's 1800 to be precise. Below that, it's a little stumbly, it's a little grumbly, and you will stall it here and there. Okay? And I think you'll get used to it. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but it's definitely something that Classic Legends could refine further. Past 1800 is this massive wave of torque, and it is a happy, easy engine, and I really enjoyed riding it like that. And honestly, that's not my mindset. This is not how I ride my motorcycles, but I was quite happy to do it anyway.
Okay.
Right? So you'll find yourself in traffic, you've forgotten which gear you're in, you may be in third, you may be in fourth, and it is peacefully chugging along until you stall it. And then you realize that, oh, I wasn't in first, I'd only come down to second.
Okay.
So it takes a while to recalibrate it, but it's always the revs at the bottom that will catch you out, and after that you are okay.
Okay.
And to me, you'll get to about 5000 RPM or something, 5500, and then the sense of vibration is coming, starts. By this point, honestly, I have lost interest in extracting any of the rest of the performance because it's not this motorcycle's character. So in theory, if you were to go to Brooklands and they were to say, we'll give you a Gold Star to go around this damn bowl at 100 miles an hour, yes, you could take this motorcycle and do it. Would it be in character for this motorcycle to do it? Absolutely not. Not in 2024.
Hi, it's me, Karthik, the one who's generally laughing and just going along with Shumi's jokes. You can catch all the jokes on the main channel. That's where they're all there. Right now, this is a bit of the serious conversation, but you can catch all the fun factor on the full video, which is on the MotorInc channel. So head out there and subscribe. And if you want more of these shorter clips, do subscribe to this channel as well.